Hello, my mystic friends. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate. I want to share with you about this very transformative and intense month of September of 2025. I feel that this is probably the most intense turning point that's going to be offering you major culmination and new beginnings for the rest of the year. In this all 12 signs astrology forecast, I walk you through the key planetary transits that are stirring the change within each and every one of us. If you are new here, welcome. I blend traditional, Western, and evolutionary astrology in order to help you align with your soul's path. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. Thank you for liking and subscribing and for sharing and for allowing me to be part of your journey. So let's dive in. So for my Taurus friends, September of 2025 is going to be a month of deep shifts within your connections with others, your dreams, and your daily life. This energy is going to be moving very fast for you. You are being asked to embrace these endings, these new beginnings, often side by side simultaneously. With two eclipses and Saturn's return into the sign of Pisces, this is going to end the month with a Mars-Pluto square off. This is a time to clarify your vision, for you to align with people and projects that truly support your growth. I want to start off with September 1st. And so we're going to have Saturn re-enter back into the sign of Pisces. Now, this moves back into your 11th house of your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your friendships, your communities, your long-term goals. This is going to be your final round here in order to look at all the lessons that you've overcome and requiring you now to sit back, to look at everything and to reevaluate who's in your social circles, who's in your friends network, what about your group involvement. This is for personal and for professional. Look at the dreams that you have moved towards or you are building towards. The opportunities of Saturn going back into the sign of Pisces here is strengthening the lasting friendships and you aligning with these communities that really match your values. The challenge comes from relationships or goals that are not built on a solid foundation. They will dissolve, they will fade away because that's what Pisces energy does. I'm encouraging you to focus on quality connections, quality over quantity at this time. Commit to these realistic, achievable visions of what you want to move forward with. Now, as we move towards September 2nd, we're now going to have Mercury enter into the sign of Virgo. Having Mercury here, it's in a harmonious aspect with your first house of yourself. As a Taurus, this is an earth sign, a fellow earth sign for you. And so Mercury entering into your 5th house, this is the house of creativity, love, beauty, romance, children, childlike activities. Mercury is going to bring this fresh energy to creativity, romance, your own self-expression, anything like this is the house of what do I want to give birth to. So this is a really fertile time to be brainstorming and sharing ideas with things that really light you up. The opportunities that can come from Mercury here is you expressing yourself through art, poetry, love, writing, journaling. The challenge is it's Mercury, it's overthinking pleasure or trying to perfect creativity. Know that this is about letting the inspiration flow without judging the process of what you're doing. Now, as we move towards September 7th, now this becomes the full moon lunar eclipse. Now, the eclipse is not just felt on that day. It's literally the days that lead up to it. And so having the full moon in your 11th house, this is the house of friendships and social circles and networks and goals. Who do you align yourself with in order to achieve what you want, either through work or through volunteer or through pleasure? Now, the sun is in your 5th house, lighting up what do you want to do, the creative part of yourself. And so having a lunar eclipse here in the sign of Pisces, it brings these endings to some of these friendship groups, some of these group affiliations, or these long-term goals. There could be an ending. It could be a natural ending, and the group could just disband, or you could finish the project. The opportunities of this transit are releasing these alliances or these visions that just no longer serve you. With Pisces, you can let it dissolve and move away naturally. The challenge comes from feeling uncertain about the future as your old plans start to dissolve. And I'm encouraging you to trust that the closing of one chapter really is making space for a more aligned dream to come your way. Now, as we move towards September 18th, on September 18th, you're going to have Mercury enter into the sign of Libra. Mercury represents our thoughts, our ideas. It has anything to do with learning or teaching or traveling. Now, Mercury moving into your 6th house, your attention now shifts to your day-to-day routines, your health, your work, finding a balance between home and career. Your conversations are now going to help you to improve your efficiency, to create a better balance. The opportunities of this transit are collaborating on work projects or fine-tuning your habits. This is if you want to get rid of a habit, this is the time. You want to reorganize your schedule, this will be the time. The challenge that comes from this is taking too much time for the sake of just pleasing others. I'm encouraging you to find the harmony between productivity and self-care because Libra needs to find that balance. Now, as we move to September 19th, we now move into Venus entering into the sign of Virgo. So Venus now moving into a harmonious aspect with your 1st house of your identity, a fellow earth sign. So being in your 5th house, it's about your own inner child or children, creativity, romance, paying attention to the little small details in life. The opportunities that come from Venus being here is bringing beauty to your hobbies, to date nights or creative projects. So think about art or think about sewing or making music or art. It's literally could be crafting. The challenge comes from overanalyzing love or the creative output, like having it to be perfect. I'm encouraging you to just enjoy the moment without needing everything to be perfect. Then as we move towards September 21st, we're now going to have this Virgo, a black moon. Here we go. Virgo, a black moon solar eclipse. Now, this comes at 29 degrees. It's a rare eclipse. It's a final, it's a culmination of. Virgo marks this very powerful new beginning within romance, creative ventures, your personal joy. But first it clears out. And so the opportunities it brings about you starting a passion project, deepening a love connection. Maybe you're with a romantic partner and you decide no longer to be friends and you want to take it to the next level, or no longer girlfriend and boyfriend. And maybe we want to move in together. Maybe we want to take it to the next level. This will bring huge endings of a chapter in order to create new beginnings for another. So it's about embracing more fun, making space for it. The challenge comes from feeling the pressure to get it just right, that things have to be perfect before beginning. I'm encouraging you to begin with authenticity and let the details evolve naturally over time. It will not happen just on this day. It will literally be the 4 to 6 weeks that lead up to this time period. And then as we move towards September 24th, we're now going to have Mars in an area of your life that represents partnerships. It's in your seventh house of the other. If you are Taurus, Mars in Scorpio is everybody else. That's business, personal, collaborative, professional. So it's best friends, significant other, it's clients, open enemies, exes. Mars is going to be in a very hard aspect, a square with Pluto at the top of your chart. It's the highest point in your chart. The 10th house is your career, your job, legacy, reputation. A square is a hard aspect, a 90-degree angle that says something has to give here. Pay attention to this. This is what has to change. And so Mars in your partnership sector clashing with Pluto in your house of career, your public life, you being seen, your responsibilities, your legacy. This can really bring about intensity to relationship dynamics and your professional collaborations. The opportunities, if you work with this, can be transforming how you approach your partnerships and your career goals. The challenges, it's power struggles, it's conflicts with authority figures or within partners or within clients. It is literally Mars with Pluto saying, this is what I want, and then somebody of an authority saying no. And so I'm encouraging you to stay grounded, to act from integrity rather than from ego. For you, Taurus, this month is going to be a turning point in how you connect with others, how you pursue your passions, how you build the life that you want. Saturn is asking you to truly commit to meaningful communities, to these realistic goals. And the eclipses are bringing not just closure, but these fresh starts within your friendships, within creativity, within love. And the Mars-Pluto tension, it's really pushing you to need to stand firm within your relationships and your career without losing your center. So a mantra for you can be, I align with people and passions that nourish me and release what no longer supports my growth. And I move forward with steady and joyful purpose. So for my Taurus friends, thank you so much for being here. For more on this transit, check out my video for the collective energy and what to expect. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. To those of you who have subscribed and continue to support my channel, thank you so much because it is your energy that fuels my journey.